What's going on, everybody? It's Will with Forever Adventures. Sydney could not make this video. She's out doing her thing. But today I just want to talk about my dislikes about Busch Gardens, Tampa. Now, that's not to say that I don't like Busch Gardens. I really like going to Busch Gardens. But this is a video to tell you why, I don't think Busch Gardens stacks up with Universal or Disney World. So, my first dislike about Busch Gardens is, the whole vibe. I live in the same city as Busch Gardens, so I go over there a lot. And you just don't get the happy vibe, there's, like when you go to Disney. When you go to Disney, they're geniuses on making you feel happy, making you feel like you're at the greatest place on earth, making you feel like you're just away from the world and all your problems and all that. Busch Gardens don't paint that picture when you go there. Busch Gardens is all about going there, riding rides, and doing that. They're more focused on the rides. So if you can imagine going to Disney World and there are like just so many shows and so many parades and other things to do besides the rides, Busch Gardens really doesn't have that. I don't think they have any parades, during the day. No, they don't have any parades during the day. And shows, I think they have like one show in the back that's been there for years, back there by Scorpion and all that stuff. They got a show back there. I think they have like a dinner show right over there in that same area. But their shows do not, even hold a candle to Disney's shows, So that's another thing I just don't, like about Busch Gardens. They don't really offer nothing else except for the rides. So another thing I don't like is the workers. The workers at Disney World, and I know I keep comparing everything to Disney World because they hold such a high standard, of, Florida parks, or maybe all parks in the world. They hold such a higher standard. So when you go to Busch Gardens, the employers at Disney World and at Busch Gardens, totally different experience. At Disney, they're more scripted, they don't really go off a script. And my wife, if she was here, she would tell you, because she used to work at Disney and Magic Kingdom, right there on, the Emporium, right there in Magic Kingdom. She used to work there. She would tell you, like, it's all scripted. They can't say this, they can't do this, they have these secret tunnels they go through when they want to take their breaks and all that. Like, it's really planned out. So the patron, or, the people there, they look at the workers as actual cast members, as actually cast, and not just some kid that's working there. When you go to Busch Gardens, you just see some kid that's working there. He don't care. He's sneaking on his phone, loading people on the ride. They're on their phone, or they're talking about what they did last weekend and how they're ready to get off work. And you see all that. They don't really care about people cutting the line and stuff like that. But I get it, But that's a big difference. The workers between Busch Gardens and the workers between, a Disney World or something like that. Another thing I don't like is how they operate the lines, the queue and the rides. They really don't operate them at all. Every time you go to Busch Gardens and get in line for a roller coaster, when you get up to select your cart where you can just go wherever you want to go. There's no person there that's like, there is a person there at the front, a worker, but they're not telling you like how many is in your party. Okay, you got 3, go on lane number 2 up there. Okay, you got 5, go, 2 of you go here and 2 of you go there. They don't do that at Busch Gardens. You get up there to the front and you pretty much free for all, go wherever you want to go. And that's sometimes a bad thing, but sometimes it's a good thing. If you want to ride the front, if you want to ride the back, it's just like you just go. But sometimes it's looked at as not organized as well. Another thing I don't like is, I'm touching back what I said earlier, there's just nothing else to do. And now what I'm going to say about nothing else to do is, once you do all the roller coasters, you're like, okay, what else is there to do? Like, you done seen the animals, you done rode the rides, Now it's basically time to go home or go back to your hotel or go do something else. You know, at Disney, you could be there all day not riding rides. You can do the shows, you can do the parades, you can do the shops, you can do all that stuff, and then ride the rides and be there all day. Busch Gardens, once you ride the rides, you look at your watch, it's only 2 o'clock, 2, 3 o'clock, and you're like, oh, we're done. There's really nothing else to do. And it's so hot here, and it's like we already ate, and the gift shops are okay. It's like nothing else to do. So I guess it's time to just leave the park, you know. So that's another big thing. Once you hit your main rides and everything, especially because the lines are shorter than Disney World, so now you're hitting the ride so fast, it's nothing else to do after that unless you hit those rides again, you know. So that's another thing you got to think about. But overall, I like Busch Gardens because if I was to go there right now, there'll be a 5-minute wait on everything. I can ride tigers, I can ride cheetah hunt, and I can do it all day long, and how many other times I can do it until I get a headache, you know, and be out of there fairly quickly. So that's a good thing about it. So I like Busch Gardens, but those are just some of the things I think they can improve on and some of the things I don't like about it. So stay tuned, guys, for the next video. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up, hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when we drop other videos, and please subscribe to the channel. We got plenty more to come. Until next time, it's Will with Forever Adventures, and I'm out.